Hello and welcome to the Communication Breakdown, episode number 6. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Sandra. With me tonight is my co-host, my brother, cohort, partner in crime, the big, furry, fun-loving, lovable Viking dude, Gary, Big G, Thunder.
What up,
Hey,
my
man.
sister? How you doing, sis?
Doing good. How are you?
I am terrific.
First
Can't
week
wait
of
to get.
work
Yeah, first week of work.
went,
Love
how'd
it,
it
love
go?
it, love it, and hate it. Nice to be back, but I'd rather be home in bed. You know.
Right? Sleep till noon.
Yeah, but it's all good. At least I
Very
have a
cool.
job. You know, a lot of people out there don't, so
A lot
I'm
of people
thankful.
don't. A lot of people still struggling to get through unemployment yet.
Faux show.
Crazy, crazy.
Yep.
Anything else? Anything new?
No, man, just been kind of chilling this week. Not really doing much of anything. Trying to get back in the swing of things. You know.
Got your power back on?
Yeah. Yep.
How
From
long did
last,
that take?
I think it finally came back on around 7:30 or so last Saturday.
Wow.
7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that.
Okay.
Took way longer than they said it was gonna. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because you said you
Yeah,
might be able to make the show, you might not. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna
yeah. It
cancel
wasn't.
it.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't in the
Right,
cards.
right, right. Um, anyways, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you are in the chat, please be nice to one another. If you're not, you'll be booted. That's it. That's the rules. Um, with that said, tonight we have a special guest with us. You know him from Canucks with Guitars. If you're not subscribed, you should do so now. Ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. D. Ben Coombs.
Hey, thanks for having me.
What's up, bro?
Well, just living life, living that dream. Trying.
Right on.
Anyway,
Right on.
yeah. Thanks for having me,
Looking.
guys.
Oh, thanks for being on.
Thanks for coming on the last minute. We had,
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry about the short notice, bro.
Yeah. I've had shorter notice.
Yeah, right.
What are you
We
doing in
appreciate
15 minutes? Why? What's up?
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a
Been there,
lunch
done
show.
that.
It'll be
Hey,
fun.
Mitch. Good to see you, man.
Mitchell, let's do it. Want to do a quick shout out to the kids in the chat?
Absolutely. Terry's GG and G, Janice, Dwight. Who else is in there? I think that's it for now.
Janice,
Dwight.
Mitch,
Yeah.
Dwight, Terry, Sandra. Hey, Sandra.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, it was first in chat. Ha ha.
You win the prize.
Yeah.
You know how people struggle when they're doing live streams and they say, "Okay, let's see who's in the chat," and then they're trying to read, and the friggin' chat is jumping and scrolling. If you go on YouTube, right,
Yep.
and then click on the three dots next to the chat,
Yep.
and then click on participants, they're all in alphabetical order lined up. You don't have to try to scroll through the chat to find out
You
who's
can
here
also
and who's
slow
there.
chat down a little bit
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
if
I
they still
don't
have
like
that option.
enabling that slow chat mode because it limits folks to like one comment per minute.
Yeah.
right.
And just if you have a couple people say hi to you, then you're like, oh, there you go. Sorry,
Right.
we'll all.
Yeah,
I could see if you had like hundreds of viewers how that might be handy, but for
Yeah.
for what I do and my 5 viewers, yeah, nah, I ain't worried about it. So how are things in Canada?
Finally getting warm the last few weeks. We're nicely into the mid 80s in high humidity. Yeah, that's fun. So hot and sticky, but we got a nice cool snap, so it's in the mid 60s today. So I am
Yeah,
not complaining about that.
oh, that's beautiful.
Us too. Yep.
I'm totally familiar with the humidity.
Yeah,
Right.
It's been raining all day. It just started clearing up like an hour ago. It's been shitty all day today.
Really.
we're not supposed to get rain for 10 days.
Damn.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
now we're in the Florida season where it rains every day at like 4:30
Yep.
for at least a half hour, 45 minutes. You can like set your watch by it. Pain in the ass.
Weather here in Wisconsin is just weird. It's spring one day, winter the next. Yeah, summer was on Wednesday, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're further north than I am technically, so I get it.
We totally skipped winter this year in Florida. I think winter was like 3 days this year.
Wow.
It gets hotter every year, man. It's crazy. Totally crazy.
So, Ben, you were saying you had a new show. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. I started a new auto racing based podcast last Wednesday called NAS Canucks on YouTube, featuring myself and my cousin Doug, who Gary's quite aware of. And
Doug, hell yeah.
Doug's got some good one-liners, to say the least. So the two of us, it's about a 45-minute live podcast, and we just talk about race results as well as talking about stories from us, attending races over the years, and or drivers we've met, and we'll probably be having a guest maybe once a month. We'll have a guest come on to join us, and whether it be friends from the NASCAR community, and I can't officially say, but probably an employee of Joe Gibbs Racing will be our first guest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so, when is that?
It's on Wednesdays at 5:15 p.m. Eastern on YouTube.
There you go, guys.
Sweet. I don't get out of work till 5:30, but I'll try.
There's always replays.
Exactly. There's always the replay.
Very, very true.
Always the replays.
Yeah, so it's a little fun thing to do on the side to take me away from playing with all these toys all the time.
Well, yeah. You got to put the toys down once in a while. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
How many shows do you have on? You got Canucks with Guitars.
Yeah, I do that on Mondays, and then I do the Sunday night hang on Sunday nights, and now this on Wednesdays as well, and then minimum 2 gear demos a week or 2 videos a week, whether gear demos, repair videos, what have you. So staying busy.
And what got you started on doing that?
Me sick of working day jobs and watching all these gear demos for a decade going, why don't I do this stuff? And and live hangouts. Actually, we started doing live hangouts. Myself, my best friend, Richie, we started doing them before I even did gear demos. And that was because I started hanging out in live chats and found out this guitar community. And after a few months, decided to start a show that wasn't on the night when Johnny Bean was on. So it was a place for the Johnny Bean chat to hang out on a Thursday night at that time.
That's pretty hard to find a night that Johnny Bean
He's on every night.
I know, bastard.
We love you, Johnny.
Hog it up all the time, slots you son of a...
That's what they hey, if it wasn't for Johnny, I wouldn't have a channel.
Yeah. He's a good guy. We had him on a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and then started gear demos just because I had a bunch of gear laying around, so why not?
Right.
Create some content, get those watch hours up because I wanted to eventually do this. The idea was gig, do YouTube, and then you're basically a full-time musician, but in today's world, to be a full-time musician, you got to have your hand in 6-7 different pieces of pie. So
yeah, you do.
Crazy.
You got any plans on gigging in the future, Ben?
Probably not in 2020, the way things are going, because I've seen some dirty billiards going on. Like we've heard forever, half independent venues are going to close. Well, I'm hearing as much as 90% of independent venues. And an independent venue is basically one that isn't owned by a guy who owns more than one, because most club owners own a handful of clubs.
Right.
I've also heard, like Toronto, for instance, our largest city, and that's different because it is our largest city that got hit pretty hard with COVID, that they're reopening bars, but they're not going to allow live music in the bars. I was what's up with that?
Yeah.
Because now you're just making that struggling bar owner even harder to keep the bar open because you're eliminating their opportunity to have live entertainment.
Man, I was just reading yesterday that Garth Brooks is planning on doing 300 drive-in concerts this year.
300?
300.
Is there 300 drive-in venues left in North America?
I don't think it doesn't necessarily have to be like a drive-in movie theater, but it's
I
just
suppose,
all you need is a really big parking lot and a stage.
Yeah,
and
you can do that basically any parking lot of any NFL stadium or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Instead of
NFL,
setting up a
baseball.
stage on the football field, you just set it up in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure a
Hmm.
lot of venues would be happy just to be able to rent their parking lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
If they
The
can't,
cleanup's
they
pretty
can't fill
easy,
the.
thing.
Yeah,
Just
if
get a
they
front
can't.
end loader and scrape the parking lot.
Exactly. But I thought that was pretty ambitious, though. 300 gigs, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you
Good
figure
luck.
he wouldn't be doing more than 5 a week. So
Yeah, pretty much.
that's like 15 months right there.
Yeah.
Carrots.
Well, you got to figure load in, load out would be easy too.
Yeah.
You know, because you're in a big, wide open.
True.
You know, you're not trucking stuff all the way through a friggin' auditorium. You know, or some kind of sports complex.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how he's going to pull it off, but that's what I read.
Huh.
Pretty ambitious.
Yeah. Good luck, Garth.
Yeah, right. Not like he needs the money either. You know.
I want to see if I can bring this up quick.
I see Mitch says that's not going to be good for Guitar Hack. No, I used to be on Thursdays. I switched to Mondays, and then Hack immediately took my time slot. He's like, really? Thursdays at 8? Yoink. Which I'm glad there's so many channels on Thursdays at 8. That is got to be the busiest time of week I've seen.
Hey, Blackjack, what's up, brother?
Hey, Blackjack.
Oh, yeah.
My fellow
I'm surprised nobody snatched up the old Live Wires spot on Wednesday.
Yeah. Or Wednesdays at all. Wednesdays have always been a bit of a dead zone for whatever reason.
Yeah. I was kind of half thinking about doing something on Wednesdays. Maybe.
I used to do band practices on Wednesdays for that reason.
You should.
Well, see, I have band camp on Wednesdays, so that's like a big reason why I don't really want to take it. But
well, my cousin does his cornhole one on Wednesdays at 7.
Right.
So, but then after that, yeah, that's usually only an hour, unless he does this monthly show, which is a couple hours.
Yeah. And I went to band camp actually this past Wednesday for the first time in
Nice.
almost 3 months.
Wow.
I didn't play. I just went to hang out and see the crew. But
How come you
one
didn't?
of our longtime attendees of band camp, Kevin Lurch, passed away last Thursday.
Sorry to hear that.
Unfortunately, yeah, big time. Great guitar player.
Wow.
Great guitar player.
I see Mitch clarified himself. He meant about all the venues shutting down. Yes, that really does suck for Hack, because I think he was looking to have that second band start doing some more gigs this year too. Like, I know right before lockdown started, I was literally starting to send out feelers about putting a project together. And then lockdown happened. I'm like, well, forget it.
Yeah, I got 3 friends in bands down here that 2 of them have played out already down here, and another, my best friend John, is got a gig, I think, next weekend for the first time since all this bullshit. So it's starting to open up little by little. It's mostly the outdoor gigs too. It's not like the indoor gigs.
Yeah. Like if you're doing like a solo acoustic act, man, patios are your friend. Even though the sound sucks, I hate playing outside, but on those patios.
See, down here, there's a lot of outdoor bars, like tiki bars and stuff like that.
Oh,
you know
sure.
what I mean? With outdoor stages that are covered and lit and have their own sound and shit like that. So
I did that. I guess still there. There's a seafood restaurant with a big patio, and it's on the end of a pier in town here. And it's one of those you unload at the one end of the pier. They send down a golf cart to load up all your gear. We show up, and oh my god, it was so windy because you're out on the end of the pier, right? And I was like, well, I'm not wearing a hat this show, and thank God my hair was shorter than it was now, but it looked like I was in a Michael Jackson video because I was just playing into the wind constantly. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, with long hair, sometimes wind can be your enemy for sure.
Yeah.
Blowing across your face, you can't see anything.
Yeah, but when you're nervous, you can just boom, tilt your head down, and there's your instant shield like Slash.
Yep.
This way, I can look at my fretboard the whole night, and nobody can tell I'm just staring at my fretboard all night.
No one will ever know.
Yep.
That's funny.
I've done a few of those gigs.
Some of them with one eye closed. 'Cause I can't focus.
More than once, I've got a text at like 6 in the evening. Hey man, what are you up to tonight? And I figure, oh, he's, might want to get together, have a few pints, maybe jam. Like, oh, not much. What are you up to? Well, I need a guitar player, or I need a bass player, and I was like, all right, what are you doing? Bar rock. Okay. What's the pay? Yeah, this. Okay. I'll be there.
Yep.
As long as I can see your left hand, I'm good.
Yep.
Mitch says SeaWorld is open again. Wanted you to know that.
I can't go to SeaWorld, Mitch. Every time I go to SeaWorld, they try to push me into the water. They think I'm one of the fucking whales.
Well, I think Mitch is talking about a different kind of whale because he's talking strip joints too.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't resist. I'm just thinking the
Mitch, there's
quality of a Central Florida strip joint.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's the quality of the Central Ontario one.
One of the strip joints down in Sarasota, about a half hour from me, had a drive-through strip joint. They set up poles in the parking lot, the back parking lot.
No.
They were fenced in. You couldn't get out of your car. You just had to roll through. It was crazy.
I can imagine.
Hang the dollar out the window, or
Yeah,
how does that work?
Yeah, they had like a little
put it under your wiper blade so you can wave it back and forth again.
Oh, sure.
No, they had little donation, little baskets, I think, attached to the fence around the stripper. You drop your money in the basket, kind of like going to church. Put your money in the basket. It puts the money in the basket, or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah.
We've got to eat.
Strippers got to eat too, man.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of entrepreneurial folks down here in Florida.
That's an understatement. I've seen the headlines.
Florida man.
Yeah.
They always start with Florida man.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, Florida man or Florida couple. Because I'm like, oh, it's going to be some weird ass shit if it's Florida couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida grandma.
Yeah.
Yep, we got some beauties down here.
You do. You got some weird folks, man. So does Wisconsin.
Hell of a combo, right?
Yes, sir. What a country. You can have a drive-through strip joint, but you can't have a Confederate flag in your front yard. Go figure.
Not my country. I'm not commenting.
Feel free to speak openly, Ben. It's okay.
Nope.
Well, it's fine, and all I got to say is we just got fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
All I know is there's a hell of a new reality show that's been on TV the last few months.
What's that?
It's called America. I sit there with my popcorn.
Yeah, America 2020.
Hey, America's on again.
Yeah, it's kind of like Canadian TV, but wilder, as you would expect, as from Canadian TV to American TV.
Is this what's on your Kramer?
It is, yes, an
Ricky,
original.
Yes, original Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be just made in Germany, original Floyd.
When can I expect that video?
Ricky wants to know when can you expect that video.
I'm hoping to shoot it this week, so hopefully next week it'll be out.
He's hoping to shoot it this week, so next week hopefully it'll be out.
I just don't want to set it.
He said okay.
Awesome.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have Ricky's approval.
Ran it by Ricky. It's all right.
Hey, Ricky.
I'm
what's
not
up,
looking
buddy?
forward to that intonation job. God damn.
Nah,
I don't have the Floyd Rose intonation tool, so it's like there's gonna be some
it's called
heavy editing. It'll be like,
called a
okay, so
hammer.
2 hours later, like, why is Ben wearing a different shirt? Shut up.
What?
Much later.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
It shouldn't be that hard to intonate, I wouldn't think, man. I've intonated mine on my Kramer.
Oh,
Wasn't
Ricky
that
Yeah,
says
but I'm
intonation's
like
not
completely
that
from
hard.
scratch because I had to pull that Floyd Rose completely apart to replace the brass block or put in the brass
Oh.
block. So
Do you
it's
want to
yeah.
come talk to
So it's
Ben,
not
Ricky?
like it was set. I took a photo, but it could all be even if you set up everything in a row, it could be all one way or the
Yeah.
other, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to come talk to him? It's okay.
I'll tell you what, I've never had any trouble with my roses, man. I've had a bunch of Floyd. Jesus Christ, fly almost bit me.
I've
So
only
we've
ever
had-
had
I've
two guitars with them on it, so
I've never had any issues with a Floyd, man. They
Hey,
stay in
it
tune
worked.
better than
I
anything.
I have guys around that work on that stuff, but I'm not worried about it. Like if it takes
Yeah.
you however long, who cares? Just get it working.
Damn bees trying to drink my beer. I mean, fly.
Oh, I hate that.
Some bitch. I've
Where's
As
the
long as it's not
gecko?
one of those murder hornets or whatever. We kind of skipped that phase.
Yeah.
oh man! As soon as
You
I turned
missed
the
the
camera, he hauled
mur-
ass.
murder hornets and samurai rabbits and whatever else is.
He's around, Sandra. He just hid behind my stereo when he saw me move the camera.
Ah,
He's camera shy.
you scared him.
I did. I made a
Dwight
sudden
Bailey
move.
says he had to replace his licensed Floyd Rose because one of the screw holes stripped out. That sucks.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
does
that's
suck.
aggravating. Just
If I had to
jam a big
replace it, I'd
screw.
probably just buy an Effutone bridge.
Yeah.
I like them. Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I don't know anything about them. I hear a lot about them, but I don't know anything about them.
Well, Effutones, it's they're one of those companies that are like, we're what the pros use, but like literally, because Adam goes around, sets up a lot of famous players' guitars, and puts his little trick pieces in them, and so now he's got a rep because he does like all of Phil Collins, all of Warren DeMartini's stuff. The Twisted Sister
Cool.
guys have worked with him for years. Go figure, New York guys. That's just off the top of my head. It's crazy, yeah. I'm like, hey, what are you up to? I'll send him a text one day. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm working on this guy's guitar. I'm like, nice. Want to see a photo? Yes. Yes, I do. And he always says the best part is after he sets up a guitar, the best part is he's got to play it to make sure it works and everything. I was
Right.
like, yeah. Gee, too bad, eh?
Yeah,
Oh, you know what I gotta do?
that job
Oh, shit.
sucks.
I'll be right back. I might have an unboxing to do. I haven't checked the mail yet today. I might be able to do a live unboxing,
Ooh.
or a live unopening, or opening, whatever. Hang on one sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. Dwight says it was on a Silver Surfer guitar.
Oh, yes. That's a nice guitar. I know it well. He's posted it in the Facebook group that we have.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you been?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm hanging
I'm not
in
used to
there.
being interviewed, so that's like, how you been?
Yeah, me either. So knock it off. I'll ask the questions here. No, I'm teasing. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
So what do you do when you're not playing guitars or doing racing stuff? When you're just relaxing and you want to watch a movie, what is the movie that Ben Coombs would put in to watch?
I haven't actually watched a movie in 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I
See-
watched a lot of movies prior to that. That could be part of it. Is I used to watch a lot of movies because my ex used to watch a lot of movies.
Okay.
That and as such I would watch and call me because I'm getting older, but Hollywood has been getting worse and worse over the last while.
Yeah, they
And
have.
then my suspicions were confirmed a lot when like listening to podcasts and you hear how the industry is like literally 90% of the industry's disappeared in the last decade. So it's a lot like the music industry, a lot of smoke and mirrors to give illusions of this, that, and the other thing. So, I saw a lot of, you see a lot of reboots. I was like, really? Not like just, and a lot of sequels, not a lot of originality. And
No.
now it's like, I don't know, there's superhero movies, cartoons, and horror movies. That's it. It seems.
Question from chat from my good friend Sean Beerbauer for Ben. He wants to know, why have orange amps become more popular in recent years?
Good question. I think it's been a variety of things. They've become more attainable, especially when the micro terror hit and that whole line. And because all of a sudden that was a really affordable little tube amp with that orange tone that you could get it really easy. And then you had a handful of big time players, using orange equipment. And in the last, couple of decades, there's only really been on, 10 bands that have really influenced the younger players. And I think, was it one or both guys from Slipknot use orange stuff, I believe.
Yep.
So that right there, and like, I wouldn't know a Slipknot song if I heard one, but I know they're on Guitar World 3 or 4 times a year, it seems, in the last 20 years. And every kid's either wearing a Slipknot shirt or a Pantera shirt. So I figured that, okay, the kids like them, or whatever, as they say.
Yeah.
And
I think ours kind of wanted to fill the slot that Mesa and like the PV6505s were doing. They had started making a heavier
yeah,
amps,
yeah, and if you play through a 6505 or a 5150, that's what you're going to sound like. You play through a triple rectifier, everyone knows you're playing through a triple rectifier, so it gives you a chance. You can still get those heavy tones, and they take pedals. There's no point putting pedals in front of a triple rectifier or any of those higher gain amps. All you're doing is a little mascara. There's no foundation to it at all. You can't really push them any real further, at least in my opinion. And then you also have Orange still had the retro crowd. They hooked up with Glenn Hughes a few years ago. So you have that crowd as well. They got the whole Doom crowd by helping it to the guys in Sleep. They really picked their points strategically, I think. And as a result, Orange has been back. And, man, they've got one of the biggest booths at NAMM. And their presence has been huge. And they just keep bringing out a whole bunch of new stuff every year, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got a modded 6505 Plus. I only use the gain in the amp. I don't use any external gain for that thing. You don't need it.
No, if anything, it's just going to
is.
make it fuzzier. And I don't mean fuzzier as in a fuzz tone. It's just there's going to be no note definition. It's just going to be muddy, murky, white noise.
Yeah, I mean, I got an OD808. I used to run through the front of it once in a while, but all it does is muddy it up. It just makes it less definable.
Where then you're having to back off the amp to compensate for the pedal, and then what's the point?
Why even bother? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I use an EQ pedal for lead boost. I just run the EQ flat.
Perfect.
and just bump up the level. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you're getting clean signal, just more of it. But yeah, you can't run any drive in front of a 6505. Well, that kind of rhymed.
To answer Blackjack Guitar Nut, fast but steady. He's asking how the traffic is. I can hear the highway, and they just heard a tractor trailer go by. So, and he was going by at normal clip. So, traffic's moving.
Hey, Dogpa, hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
You too, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean got a new truck. He brought it by the house today.
Crowbar.
Nice.
All right, so I've seen Terry's GG&G. I've seen Crowbar, and I'm on camera. Who the hell's moderating for Steve from Boston?
Good question.
You had to pick a new one.
Or is he doing what I do usually around this time of the week? It's usually more than one window open at once, which is always fun.
What's up, Jimbo?
Hey, why not?
Hey, why not?
Why not? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Why not? And I just found the perfect
Some of these Barkies not well.
fly keeper outer of my beer.
Nice.
If you take the pull tab off, my grinder fits perfectly in the top of my beer can. Tell me that's not a MacGyver move right there.
Terry just like, good question. And then Crowbar said, I'm going back and forth. Just curious.
Terry, what's up? Am I too loud? I'm really loud in my headphones.
No, you're fine.
I'm half deaf.
Just
I don't
check.
know this.
Just check. Yeah. Cheers.
It's like every time I
everybody.
have to place to myself, I'm playing at stage volume around here. I haven't had a complaint from the neighbors yet, so.
Unfortunately, with my 6505, you almost have to play at stage volume to get the fucking noise out of it, you know?
Yep.
This room looks like trouble. What do you mean by that, Dave's Guitar Channel?
Dave, you've come to the right place if you're looking for trouble, my friend.
No,
Good to see you, buddy.
no trouble here.
Yep. Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
We need to have Dave on one of these days.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here, man. He is
Hey,
now.
yeah.
Look, he's right there.
We're here.
Mr. Levine. How's Mr. Levine today?
I'm reading chat comments. I'm sorry.
So am I. Oh my god, a talk? Speaking of which, I'm just wondering, I'm hearing a slight hiss, and I don't think I did.
I do too, but I don't know where it's coming from.
I got a fan blowing on my mic. That could be it.
No, I definitely heard one. Yeah, I left my amp in
Oh.
standby. And I was like, yeah, if I don't turn that off now, it'll be on tomorrow when I come back in here and be like, yeah, that's good. I'm due to do that. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks.
So
Yes.
since I put the EMGs in my Kramer,
Yes.
9-volt, and that was like 4 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago.
Mhm.
9-volt battery count is up to 7 because I keep forgetting to unplug the goddamn thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you're just gonna keep buying batteries for it, are you?
I've had the
my
same-
God.
the last time I replaced the
Excuse me.
battery in my telly. Now, granted, I don't play it a lot the last few years, but that was 3 bands ago. So 4 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they probably last a while if I didn't forget to unplug it half the time. And I should remember because my bass, I got an Ibanez bass that's active. And I'm used to unplugging that all the time, so I don't know why I just can't get it through my head. Maybe because
I
the
was
bass has always
doing
been
that
active.
with my electric acoustic. Either leaving the
Yeah.
tuner on the acoustic, killing the battery, or it was between sets because I used to play a lot of unplugged shows.
I don't know if
I don't
ever
really consider it unplugged. We're still going through. We're playing acoustics, but they're going through a PA system. I'm like, we're not unplugged. We're just acoustic.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever told you guys a story, but my old band opened up for Kip Winger about 12, 13 years ago. He was doing like his one-man acoustic show. So we do our opening set, and there's a little break. He goes up, and he starts the first song. He wasn't 8 bars into the first song, and his battery died in his acoustic.
Wow.
And he's like, oh, because I am so sorry. He's like looking around.
Oh, I have heard this. Yep.
And I walk up on stage because I had my Ibanez electric acoustic on stage. And I walk up on stage, I take the battery out, and I hand it to him. I'm like, here you go, buddy. He's like, thanks, man. He goes, can I have the old battery? He's like, sure. He goes, you want me to autograph it? I said, nah. And I just walked away.
Right?
He thought that was fucking hysterical. He ended up signing it for me after the show, but
His battery died and his teeth stopped glowing. That is from Crowbar.
yeah, he's the nicest guy, man. I'll tell you what, and that show was like maybe a week after Dimebag was killed, because him and Dime were like really close friends, I guess.
Right.
And he was like, and I had a big picture of Dimebag on the back of my Strat, and I had it backwards on the guitar stand. He's like, whose Strat is this? I'm like, mine. He's like,
Okay.
That's
Well,
all I
here you
thought.
are, Gary. I thought so. So 5 years ago tonight was the
right.
night I opened for the Killer Dwarfs.
oh,
Oh.
nice.
Killer Doors.
I was thinking, as soon as he's like, I opened for Kip Winger, I'm like, opening act. I'm like, why does that ring a bell? Oh, yeah, because Facebook memory this morning. It came out as a picture of our 2 bands together or something like that.
That's cool.
That guy's got such a powerful voice, man. Words can't even explain what the voice that guy's got. It's he didn't even need a PA, and it was a pretty big venue, and he didn't even need a PA. But he was a really sweet guy, and very short.
There's nothing wrong with being short.
No. I got a picture of him with my wife after the show, and I told her, I said, when you get your picture taken with Kip, crouch down a little bit because you're like 4 inches taller than he is. And of course, he was all excited and forgot. So I got a picture of my wife like towering over Kip Winger. Pretty funny. Ooh, what are we drinking there, Ben?
We are polishing off, apparently. Open winery. It's a Cab Merlot blend from the Niagara region of Ontario.
I had the Merlot part right.
Yes.
Merlot.
Yes.
I love the Merlot.
I got back into wine a few months ago and haven't looked back.
All right.
Although in the NASCAR broadcast, I will drink a beer just because, I already get enough.
Keep it. You got to keep it. Got to keep it redneck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wine's too fancy for NASCAR.
That's right.
I got a friend of mine that owns a little bistro tapas restaurant who's into beer and wine as well, but he's always trying to turn me on to new wines and stuff. And it's like, nah, Bob, I ain't feeling it, dude.
My problem with wine was we'd get together among friends, jam session, hangout, dinner, what have you. And, the women will all be drinking wine. The men are drinking beer. Maybe one or two guys are drinking whiskey. And it's just, I don't feel like beer tonight. Why don't you have wine with us? I'm like, all right. So I'm just sitting around, playing guitar, jamming. And you drink 2 or 3 glasses of wine, and you don't feel the need to go use the room because you're not drinking 1.5 liters of beer. All of a sudden, I go to stand up, and I'm like, well, I'm not driving anytime soon. That's for sure. And I turn, honey, you might want to put that down because you're driving.
Right on.
Because Ben done got sloppy on the wine.
I don't like beer because it fills me up. The carbonation, man. That and having
I like it when I'm playing on stage. I like draft beer on stage.
Yeah.
Because it's calories, too. Because you always get so damn hungry playing.
Yep. True that.
And it's very hard to flag down a server when it's like 3 songs from the end of the set. That's why I'm like, hey, burger and fries. Boom. Okay. And then we'd wrap up the end of our set. And I'm like, I got burger and fries waiting for me at the bar. Bandmates are just pissed.
Yep.
It's like, hey, y'all got microphones. Call a server up.
Yeah, if my band was playing in a bar that we regularly played in, right before we even started the gig, I would pick out one server who I knew pretty good, and I'd give her $20. I'm like, you just keep an eye on me. If you see my glass empty or my bottle empty, bring me one.
Yeah.
So I don't have to flag you down, and that works every time.
Sure. Yeah. The hometown bar I used to always love playing at, we always had, because they would always want us to do an encore. So they knew 2 big plates of nachos get made during the encore.
Right.
Because we had a crew of 2 or 3 guys to tear down gear. And, because especially hometown, you always had extra friends out there like, yeah, we'll take care of your gear. We'll help your 2 guys that know where everything goes. You guys just got to have beer and nachos after just playing 2 or 3 sets. And we're like, oh, yeah, this is nice.
Nice.
Hey, Six String Brian.
Hey, Mr. Cote, what's going on, man?
He's probably out on his bike today.
Oh, he better have been.
High 6 string.
Take advantage of it, Brian. 10 days, no rain.
Hell yeah.
Dogpuss says in a previous life he spent way too much on wine, whiskey, cigars, and women. And did he mention women?
Yeah.
I think we all have at some point, except maybe Sandra hasn't spent much money on women. But
yeah, I never have.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. No, it's okay. You can use my bar tab, honey. At the end of the night, the band gets paid and you don't.
Yep. Been there.
And Six String says yes, he was out biking all day.
Nice.
Nice. Good for you, buddy. Did the wife accompany you on her new scooter too?
I would imagine. So the nice thing is, we're up where he lives, north of Toronto. Like, even the small towns, it's like you get 30 seconds. I'm sure it's the same in Wisconsin. You get like 30 seconds outside of town, and it's just beautiful back roads everywhere.
Yes, it is like that in Wisconsin. Yeah.
And it's like every 10 minutes, there's a little hamlet of a little town. And
Yep. Sometimes if you blink, you'll miss it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, Brian.
Farther north you go, the more bluffs you get, and it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, enough Florida, it's just flat and straight.
And hot.
Sucks. That's why I sold my bike. I hated riding down here. In the summer, you almost can't ride. It's just so friggin' hot.
I
You
bet.
sit at a red light and just cook.
Die. Yeah.
Right.
And then
Heat
you never
from
know
the
when it's
bike,
gonna
heat
rain.
from the sun, yeah.
Yeah, you never know when it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What are you
And
laughing
nothing
at?
worse than being riding, even if you have that small poncho with you, because as soon as the rain stops, now you're like
Yeah.
wearing a
Are
greenhouse.
you watching us?
Yeah, it's like wearing a garbage bag. You're just sweating like a
He's
pig.
watching us.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ricky.
We're saying hi to you.
Red light means you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the pop-up timer in a turkey.
1, 2, 3, red light. Everywhere around here in Texas is beautiful, but you walk out and it's something eats you, little or big, but it's something. I've been to Texas. Parts of Texas are beautiful, and parts of Texas are dry and brown.
Yep.
But some of Texas, yeah, is. I think every state's like that, though, ain't it? They got their really pretty parts and not so pretty.
Yeah, it all depends on what you're into, right? Like I can drive 2 hours. I'm in downtown Toronto where I can look at concrete for miles and miles, or
Sure.
I could drive 10 minutes north here and I'm in the woods.
Right.
That's cool.
So let's talk about them woods.
Oh boy.
Have you ever seen Bigfoot?
Nope, that's a West Coast thing.
All right.
And the only
Gary,
time I've
stop
heard of
laughing at
West
me.
is
Wait,
California.
that has something to do with cryptozoology, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But that's not your word. You call it crypto fucking zoology.
That's true. You had to do it, didn't you? You just
Well,
had to
he's
do it.
Canada, of course.
You had to
That's
fucking
right,
do
Dave.
it.
He's like, in Toronto, you can go get a bag of milk. That's right.
You know Ben Coombs is a secret watcher. You just know he is.
Okay, now can we talk about Gordon Ramsay?
Sure. Are you a Gordon Ramsay fan, Ben?
I like his food. But the whole
like
restaurant industry can be a bit much, and it's a bit over the
for
top.
Yep.
Grew up with our family owned a restaurant growing up. Obviously nothing on that level, but my ex's brother-in-law was a French trained chef. And actually cooked for Ramsay one night, and Ramsay actually liked his cooking, and he's pretty well known in Southern Ontario chefs and stuff. And that whole deal, I'm like, my God, you guys are worse than the music industry. Bunch of backstabbing gossip girls. Jeez. No offense to actual gossip girls, but
right.
It's like, yeah,
But
you
they
see
are.
a guy that's 6 feet tall, weighs 150 pounds with 2 sleeves of tattoos. He's either a chef or a musician.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, usually.
Chefs are some of the biggest cokeheads in the world, too. Oh, my God.
Or any drugs. My God. Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever read Anthony Bourdain's book. The first, oh, my God.
Sad story.
Kitchen Confidential. Some of the stories in that book, man, holy crap. You'd think they were rock stars.
Oh,
The way
yeah.
they used to party. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you keep similar hours,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long hours.
Yeah, it's like, why do
Oh, yeah.
musicians, they date waitresses and strippers? Because they keep the same hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. If your chef is a cokehead, don't order the powdered donut dessert Right?
Or maybe
Why?
you do.
That would be the only reason I would order that. That would be the only positive thing about that whole dish. Hang on. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere.
Dogfish says he pays people to take milk out of a bag and put it in a carton. Gordon's over-the-top delivery is all a show. He's capable of being brash when he needs to, but he's not all the time like on TV. Oh, of course he's not.
And he's British.
So Ben, is it true that you guys up in
Actually,
Canada
he's
get
Scottish.
milk in bags?
Yeah. Well, I said British and not English. So British would be Great Britain as opposed to English.
That's true.
That's what you always use as a catch-all, because just in case.
Do you guys really have milk in bags up there, Ben?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, you have a bag of milk, and then you put the bag into a bag holder, which it looks like a pitcher, essentially. And then,
how do they set them on the shelf? The
you have 3 bags in a larger bag, and 4 of those fits in a milk crate. And they just have the milk crate stacked right in the grocery store.
How big are the individual bags?
They hold a little over. I think was it 3 bags is 4 liters, which is roughly a gallon. So roughly 1 1/3 gallon in a bag.
I got you.
Okay.
Or 1 1/3. You know what I mean. 3 of them make up a gallon anyway. A third of a gallon.
Crowbar. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that.
I would say that for the cartons.
Jesus.
Yeah, we used to have juice. A lot of the dairies also did juice in bags, chocolate milk in bags.
That's weird. I don't know why that's not a thing in the States.
Well, a lot of your institutions have milk that come in bags, and then they put it into a machine.
Yeah,
but that's powdered milk.
No, it's liquid milk.
Oh.
Like when I was in the youth home. I was in juvie. The milk came in a bag, and you hooked it up like you would like soda pop comes in a bag.
Yeah, it's a big bag, like a 10-gallon bag for self-serve milk machines. Yeah, we'd have them in high schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cafeteria.
So they do have them in the States. They don't just sell them like that in the stores. We have the plastic cartons or the cardboard.
Never seen a bag of milk in my life.
Really?
Nope.
Huh.
Come to Canada.
Bottles, glass bottles.
Or go to juvie.
Used to have the milkman used to come every 3 days, bring milk and eggs and bread sometimes, mostly milk and eggs. You had your milk box out by your front steps.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
They
Ben
still do that a lot. Tommy boy, what's up?
Hey, Tom.
He's up to no good, I'm sure.
He's never up to any good. Tell my boy Kyan I said hey.
Yep. Give Kyan a hug.
And yes, Tom, I did make it out to the res today. He was asking this week.
So Ben, you got any new gear lately? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sandra. I'm sorry.
Tom just says if you work in the restaurant industry, you see bags of milk all the time. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Milkmen sometimes make 2 deliveries. Just saying.
Why does your son look like the milkman? So Ben, get any new stuff this week? Recently? Any new toys?
The last thing I got in, or I got a couple, but I'm getting a replacement for one. The TL pedals. I got the Stinger Fuzz. I put out a demo on that not too long ago. Like a modded Big Muff.
Sean.
And then I have the Honker Overdrive as well, which is kind of like a tube screamer, but there was some issues with it, so he's sending me another one. Because it was basically, I made him a short little video. I'm like, is this supposed to do this? Because I don't think it's supposed to do this. It's cool, but I don't think this is what you're going for. He's like, that is not exact at all what I'm going for. How would you use that as a usable tone? And then I played him some weird alternative thing. He's like, all right, well, in your weird Dinosaur Jr. type way, I was like, yeah, well, you just play accordingly. You got that weird kind of tone, that's what you play.
I was looking at TL's stuff. Was it last week or the week before? No, he doesn't actually build pedals. He just mods pedals, right?
No, he builds
Or-
pedals.
Or takes like a known circuit and then mods them and then
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
rebrands
he
them.
does like a lot of pedal builder. His take on this circuit, his take on that circuit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, I haven't seen him really do anything completely original in that respect.
Right.
You should.
Huh.
Not yet.
Hey,
Anyways.
as long as he makes good stuff, that's all that matters.
Right.
Tom got a new pedal
You could
today, but
probably
it's a
make this
surprise.
shit real easy.
Oh, now you're teasing me, Tom.
Tom, you can't do that, Tom. Don't make me boot you from this channel. You got to tell us what it is.
Yeah, you already got a couple LPD pedals in the last couple weeks.
Now, Ben, you got an 86, right? An LPD 86?
87?
7, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's like an 86, only one better.
Mine goes to 60. Mine goes to 87.
Yeah. Actually, I was using it just before we all connected.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you got a demo? Have you got a demo on your channel with the 87?
I don't think I have.
Do one, because I'm thinking about buying one maybe if I like it.
All right. Yeah, I think I've stayed away from doing a demo
You
because
could do a live demo right now.
Well, there's
you
been
can
a
do that.
lot of really good demos on the 87 done. Lawrence put that into a lot of top players' hands. And between Sean Tubbs, RJ Ronquillo, Robert Baker, there's
Baker's
there's
got
better
one?
demos.
Baker's got one?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
maybe
Baker was sent a 68, 74, and 87.
Oh, you get the trifecta.
Yeah, well, and of course he fell in love with them, so he's like, "Oh yeah, send me
Yeah.
whatever you want." Lawrence is like, "Perfect." He's like a drug dealer. He'll give you one for free. And then
Right.
you're snagged.
Just to reel you in.
Hint: RJ has. Oh, is it one of the? And it's a big box. I bet you it's one of those Univibes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a replica, like a 72, 73 Univibe or something. Brian Landreth did a great demo on the 87. That's true.
Oh, cool, Doug. I'll check that out too.
And then Tom just says, "Gary, buy an 87."
Yeah. Janice got a new refrigerator.
Awesome.
Right.
There's nothing better than the smell of a new
And I'm one of the
refrigerator.
few guys who was able to buy his 87 on the used market. That's one of the few pedals that Lawrence didn't give it to me. I was like, I want one of those bad. And that one and a 74 came up on the used market, and I traded the 74, and I regretted it ever since.
Yeah, I know Hack loves his 74. He's
Yeah,
like married
that's
to
where he
that
got
thing.
it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
married
oh,
to
yeah, I'll
that
trade you
thing.
this Wampler Pinnacle Deluxe. Oh, I should have done that trade. The Wampler's an okay pedal, but the problem is it's vanilla compared to Rocky Road. And Lawrence builds Rocky Road stuff, and Wampler stuff. It's good, but it's vanilla to me. It's just it doesn't have that cool factor. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what, I like high gain. You guys know I like high gain stuff. And this thing, I'll tell you, I bought this thing used.
68
Less-
Univibe reproduction with new old stock parts. Tom,
I bought this thing for less than $100 used. This pedal is fantastic.
I've never tried that pedal.
It is unbelievable. It's an ML2, Boss ML2.
Which for your
Phenomenal.
you're into high gain, right?
Yeah, but it's better than it's better than the Metal Zone or like any of those. Oh, I can't stand a Metal Zone. But this
Tom
thing,
says I got Father's Day cash and was told
I
to spend it
I
on
saw
guitar.
Ola demoed one of these on one of his videos, the Will It Chug
Right.
videos that he does. And I was like blown away. I was like, there's no way that thing can sound that good. So I found a used one on Amazon. It was like $60, I want to say.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, man, the way it sounds in his video is the way it actually sounds. Bless you.
Thank you.
You got some boogers on your face, I think.
I do not.
Damn it. I tried.
It was a good try.
Tom's like, I'm a junkie. I have another Univibe clone as well. Yeah, I have a
I don't have any
Vibe
use for
around here
Vibe.
somewhere.
My mojo
Oh, that's
into
over
a
there.
metal muff. I'll melt that down. LOL.
I gotta break out the semi-hollow and get some kind of a univibe thing going on. Do some rockabilly stuff.
Hey, original Paramutant.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
I
hi.
don't play my semi-hollow nearly
When is
enough.
Father's Day?
Every
Which
day is Father's
reminds
Day.
me,
That's
I
coming
have to
up
touch
soon,
base
ain't
on
it?
a semi-hollow body guitar
Or
this
is
week.
it this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've got an Ibanez Artcore
Sure.
AST 175, I think it is, Ben.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep, I know
It's
the
like
guitar.
it's like a single cut
Mhm.
with a Bigsby.
Nice.
Beautiful guitar, but in a high gain situation, as you may imagine, it's not conducive to high gain.
Not so much. Nope.
It
Nope.
does it does a lot of this. I don't care if you got your noise gate cranked. That's what it
Yeah.
does. But it's an awesome playing guitar.
I rarely use a noise gate. It's a
I
rare
never do.
occasion. Yeah.
I never do.
I had to when I started gigging using my signature guitar because that overwhelmed P90. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, when
with
single
a tube screamer on, it was like, nope, clean. It was okay. If you put any gain on it, it would get snarly.
yeah, with a single coil I can see it. Yeah. I don't have anything
But
single coil.
I may have a fix for that because I have coming in the mail a stacked P90.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've never heard of one until my buddy Travis at Renofin, who does all my pickups. He's like, "Hey man, I just designed a stacked P90. I'm going to send you one to try out." I was like, "I was not aware of this magic. Please do."
Hello, Rick Hefner.
Beautiful. I've heard
Hey,
of them,
Rick.
but I've never heard one.
Yeah, I didn't even know
Hey, Rick.
such a piece existed. Like, it makes sense. Okay, so Dave says stacked P90 is a P100. Well, thank you.
Shouldn't it be a P180?
You would think.
Hey, Ricky.
Very cool. Yeah,
Rick, I was just telling these guys earlier, Rick. I've had the EMGs in my Kramer for 4 weeks now, and I've already put 7 batteries in it because I keep forgetting to unplug it. So those EMGs should have came with instructions. A big sticker that says "Unplug your goddamn guitar, dumbass."
or put a sign on your amp. Did you, right by the off switch? Did you unplug your guitar?
That's a good idea. I might do that.
Yep, little post-it note.
I
Like
got
I
some
have for, like I have for my live streams. Click go live. I know you would think I would remember.
I wasn't going to go there, but now that you mentioned it,
I clicked it. We're live.
we did a great job today.
Everything worked.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tim
intro
Piers,
looked good.
one night I did a show where we hit go
Yeah,
live, and
we have a
it said
beautiful
that we
wood
were live,
background.
but it didn't go live on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes into the show before we realized, wait a minute, nobody's paying attention to us.
How does that happen?
Oh, easy. I did the same thing once. Yeah, sorry.
So
Try to
yeah,
get
I think
my
I'm
shit
gonna
together.
I'm gonna break down and I think buy the $20 a month subscription to StreamYards. I'm gonna
I'm
bundle
getting
it.
close.
We have it because of some very nice donations to the channel. So if anybody
cool.
else cares to, there will be a link in the description down below if you'd like to support the show or help out that way. We greatly appreciate it.
Sweet.
Every bit helps
Make
in this
sure-
world.
Make sure to
Yep.
subscribe to Ben's channel.
Please do.
Subscribe to Gary's channel.
Mm,
It would be most appreciated. Subscribe
I
to
would-
my channel.
I would
What do you got
appreciate it.
coming up, Ben?
Tomorrow night, I have Sean Silas coming on, a good friend of mine. I've known for a
Cool.
few years now. He's back playing in the band Hour 11, formerly playing with Riot, and former employee for Fender. For a while there, he was building all the USA Wolfgangs, and he used to build Jacksons and Charvels and all that fun
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
I will
he
be
knows
tuning
his
in.
tech, and he's a great player too, and a hell of a nice guy. So yeah, he hadn't been on in I think last fall was the last time I had Sean on, and I thought, why not?
right?
I
Cool.
don't think. Yeah, I haven't seen him since NAM. I ran into him at NAM, which was nice.
I'm so pissed, man. I finally had passes for Summer NAMM this year, and I'm not going to be able to use them.
Next
That
year.
sucks.
Next year.
Yeah, I mean, now I have an open place I can get them if I want them. Summer and winter, actually. My buddy Russ, owner of RB3 Pedals in Port Charlotte, Florida. Check him out.
Nice. RB3
Yeah.
pedal. Cool.
RB3, yep.
Get him on the show,
check
Gary. Get him on the show.
I am. I talked to him this week, but he's still up to his neck doing that, the ventilator project that he's working on. I think I told you about that, right?
yeah.
So his plate's kind of full right now, but he said as soon as work lightens up a little bit, he'd be happy to be on.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
he's a cool guy.
All right. Ben,
Super
thank you
nice guy.
so much.
Hey, happy to be here. It's fun stuff.
It was.
We are a very happy crew, aren't we?
Hey,
like
there,
that
there.
fun.
No, my laptop isn't taking out the bottom of my screen either.
Yeah, mine just blacked out for a second there.
I only realized that an hour into the show. I'm like, what's that line across the
It's
bottom?
better than you blacking out for a minute.
It's always a
Be my guitar
possibility.
pick. Nice.
You never
What-
know with me.
With that said, I think we're going to sign off. This chat's
been
got
a-
any questions?
Yeah, you guys got any last minute questions, man?
What amps are behind me? All right.
Wow. We're going to be here for another half hour. Go ahead, Ben.
All right.
Let her rip.
The original PV Classic, later known as the Classic 50. So basically PV's Fender Twin. Fender Blues Deluxe. Fender FM 100 head, which is a solid state 100-watt head, matching 412 cab. A couple of Canadian-made heads made by Pepco. A Vox Pathfinder, which, yeah, you can see that. Below that
Yep.
is a Canadian-made GBX bass driver head, a gutted Vox AC15, a Garnet 312 cab, a Sykes
312?
2x15 cab. Yeah, 312.
That's weird.
Yeah, they're in a chevron pattern, too. They're really spread. You could probably put 612s in there if you wanted to.
Wow.
A Darius D12, which is solid state amp made by Ahead. A Greta amp, boom, which is part of the Fender Pawn Shop series. You got a PV Viper VIP2, B52 AT112, and off camera a Baldwin Professional, which is a 212 solid state amp from the mid 60s, which is the same model Willie Nelson plays through.
That's like a keyboard amp, right? Like an electric piano kind of amp.
You know it, Gary. Awesome call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not a total dope. I know a little something. I know something about something.
Bye, Janice.
What happened to Greta? She's not all dressed up anymore.
Yeah. I got to put the hat
You used
back
to have
on.
a little. Yeah, you used to have a little outfit on her, man. What happened to that?
Tom wants to know, what is the strain of the day today?
IDK.
Yeah, me either.
No, like literally, that's called the strain because the
Oh,
problem
really?
is the labels with the higher humidity now fall off the jars, and then once they don't know what it is anymore, they put it on discount because they don't know what strain it is. So they're like, I don't know. I was like,
Yeah, I
no,
totally
seriously,
don't
what
know.
is it? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, all right. Price is right.
Right
There you
on.
As long as it doesn't make you choke to death, it's good.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check out. Apparently, Flipside Music was live, and Ike, the owner of Flipside, was showing off a Tele Deluxe with some of my signature P90s in it.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice to know he finally used them. I gave them to him during NAM 2019.
A telly with P90s?
Yeah, like my signature guitar. It's a Tele with P90s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I gave him a set of my P90 pickups to try out. I handed out sets to him. JJ got a set, and Michael Smith, the captain, got a set.
Right on.
The captain.
Will I ever run out of amps? Nope. That's right, Tom.
Just keep them in rotation, buddy.
Regional Paramutant? Yes, I did. He's asked if I replaced the tubes in the B52. Yes, finally. I've just been loving the Fender amp lately.
They take pedals pretty well. I'll give them that. Not really.
Well,
a
that's the
Fender
thing.
amp
And for
guy.
doing pedal demos, let's be honest, like 40% of backlines, it's going to be something from that family, whether it's the Blues Deluxe, Hot Rod,
Yeah.
DeVille. So I figured, especially for pedal demos, that's why, and the same reason I use the same guitar. Use the Telly with the humbuckers because I can do single coil and humbucker with the same guitar, and makes for an easier video.
Yep.
What speaker is in the Blues Deluxe? Good question. Whatever the original factory speaker was. I know it's a made in USA, so I can't remember. I think it's about 10 years old.
Nice. Ow. Alrighty then.
Nice. Well, thank you, Scientra, and thank you, Gary, for having me on. It's been awesome.
Our
Thanks
pleasure,
for
dude.
being here. It's
Thanks
so
for
cool
coming
you
on,
did
bro.
that. So cool. Come back sometime and see us again.
For sure. Anytime.
Yeah, man. Hang out whenever you want. Just pop in.
All right. I'm going to play our
You're always
outro
welcome.
now.
Oh boy. Good
Bye,
night,
guys.
everybody. Thanks for coming by. See y'all later.